Hey kids, welcome to a brand new episode of the Tipsy Irishman. With me today is Jake. Thank God he's back.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
And you guys love us so much together, more than separately, but I digress. I don't feel bad about it. Thank you for we just hit 100 subscribers, so we couldn't do it without you, clearly. So thank you for doing that. And with us as always is our new mascot. We still don't have a name, so it's Trace the Buffalo.
I like Trace.
I think Trace is great.
I think Trace is great.
Trace the Buffalo or Buffalo Bill. That was the producer's idea because she's a sick mind.
Oh,
but
damn,
you got to think about it for a second.
Yeah, it took me for a second.
Today's fun. We're still hanging with the Habanero Mint. It's available all the time now. I thought I would hate it, like I told you, but I love it. It's actually one of my favorite ones now. So if you like it, you want to try it, or you want to quit smoking, quit dipping, just need some caffeine, try to get the sodas, whatever it is. Go to getgrinds.com, and when you're ordering, put in that little line there. The Tipsy Irishman sent you. And also, if you order before the end of March, you get 2 free cans extra that are they're the Nolan's flavor. They're really good, and those are the 2 times.
Like plastic beads and crawfish.
Tastes like no, I won't say it.
Yeah, it tastes like Bourbon Street.
It tastes like It tastes like a really good rich coffee with some. Have you ever had a Mardi Gras cake?
Mm-hmm.
What do they
Yeah,
call
king
it?
cake.
Yeah, king cake.
Yeah.
It's got a little king cake. I don't know, mist in it. It's good. That's probably on my top 5 is one of those. So check them out. And with that being said, my friends,
We got a lot to talk through tonight.
I will let this guy talk.
We're going to struggle to keep this one under 20 minutes. All right, real quick.
Too
Bourbon
late.
Real Talk. Shout out Bourbon Real Talk. A super cool channel. If anybody's out there looking for a different community, they got a great Facebook community. They are a no troll community. You can go in there, ask your newbie questions. Nobody's going to jump your stuff for it. But my wife got me this for Valentine's Day, and I thought this was really cool. It's a travel case for Glencairns. And I can take 2 with me. I actually used it today when I went up to M&D and got these bottles, and so we got to actually try these bottles and use some actual real glassware instead of drinking out of plastic in the shop like we normally do.
That looks cool, though.
Yeah, it's a cool little deal, man. And for me to get the glasses here, you know, because we got a ton of glasses and we're gonna go through a bunch of stuff. It's just something different, something kind of unique. And if you got a guys' night or a game night or something like that, you want to bring your own glassware. It's just a cool way to go about it. I don't remember how much it was.
And it makes you look fancy.
Yeah, super fancy. Tonight, though, brand new releases. Bardstown Distilling Company has released their own juice. So Bardstown, up until this release, has been MGP. It's been sourced whiskey. And we found a bunch of the Bardstowns that we really, really like. The Discovery series, I think we did, Disco 6 on the channel. Disco 6 was killer.
It's been a minute.
The Barteau Chateau de la Bade that came out this year, that was Dickel based, was really, really good. I like that one as well. They had a signature series released in rum casks that came out last year as well. It was killer. But this is their first release of their own distillate. So when you actually read the label, it's going to tell you that it is Origin Bardstown Bourbon Company, Bardstown, Kentucky. It is a 6-year bourbon, and what we've got is Kentucky straight bourbon, and then we've got a bottled in bond. They're completely different mash bills. And what I want to do is I want to kind of pour them blind for Ed. I know what they are. I opened them in the store, and I know the ones that I like. But I want to kind of pour them blind for Ed because I'll be really interested to see where he lands. One of these is high corn, high wheat. It's like 60% corn, 35% wheat. And one of them is high rye. It's 36% rye. And there's going to be a very distinct difference between the two.
I'm going to pick that rye out. No problem there. That's for sure.
But here's the interesting thing,
Maybe
and
not.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but the rye is actually lower proof. So it kind of tricks you a little bit because you've got that rye spice in that
How
pipe.
low, though?
Yeah, how low? We'll have to see if you can guess on it. So
My nose is working today, so we'll see.
I'm gonna pour these into specific glasses. We got broken barrel glasses. We got glasses from Scotland. I know which is which, and then we're going to do them side by side.
Can't look.
But this is like I said, brand new release from Bardstown. Their
I
first time.
love the bottle. First of all, I'm just put it out there. I just love their shape of their bottle. It's very eye catching. All of their labeling is very well done. I don't know if you guys care about that. I think so.
So similar to the old elk video that we talked about before, the cool thing I really like about Bardstown is they put their mash bill on the bottle. All right, so I'm looking at the bottle, and we'll get into it a little more, but they actually tell you what the mash bill is, and I appreciate that because you know what you're getting. It gives you an age statement. It gives you the proof. It gives you the mash bill. And I knew going into this that I was probably not going to prefer the bottled in bond. And so maybe I was biased when I opened them with Jay today. And I was like, man, I don't think I'm going to like the bottled in bond. It's high wheat. I'm not a big wheater guy. I like a little bit with, some bite to it. But
although
there are some. Like
Buffalo Trace wheat is goddamn good.
Well, yeah. And like the Maker's Mark stuff is all high wheat stuff. So anyway, so we got them side by side. Let's go ahead and
Both 6 years.
they're both 6 years.
They're very light for 6 years. I gotta say.
I think got some good color on them.
I mean, they're good. No, it's good. I'm not
A little caramely.
I'm not dogging them by any means.
Bardstown's a great success story, right? They opened a brand new distillery in Kentucky. Before they could make their own juice, they started sourcing it, and they got a really good distiller, somebody that could go in there and actually mix and get you these good blends. And the stuff that they were releasing between their Fusion series and their Discovery series was really, really good stuff. And as they gained popularity, they started doing some of their exploratory stuff, the rum casks and the Chateau de la Bade and all the random stuff that they do.
Holy shit.
And now here they are.
That just woke me up. I'm awake now.
You're in the Scottish glass?
I'm in.
Yeah,
yes.
it's a thistle. It's
I like that.
guy in the kilt. Yeah, it's got
It'll be great.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Should I?
Yeah, so if you do them side by side, they should be distinctly different.
Wow.
Right, where one of them gets I got a little ethanol.
Oh, you got me good now, because
Yeah, one of them's got a little ethanol to it.
I want to think that that's the rye, but I wonder if that's the rye.
It's tough.
It's
It's tough. So when you get into into the drinking, though, it should kind of jump out at you really quick.
This one here is definitely over 100 proof. On the left. To the left. To the left.
So the mash bills on both of these, the bottled and bond, is going to come in at 68% corn, so very high corn, should be relatively sweet, and 20% wheat.
I'm gonna say it's 107.
Bottled and bond will be 100 on the nose, so bottled and bond is always 100 proof.
That's right, I forgot.
And then
it's been a long week, guys. Sorry.
The mash bill on the Kentucky Straight Bourbon is.
Well, I'm gonna say 90 proof, 96 proof.
96 on the nose. That's actually that's pretty good.
I got one, guys.
60% corn and 36% rye, so it's high rye. It's definitely considered a high rye mash bill.
I'm gonna say when you do the rye, this one's wheat though. That's wheat.
Let's find out. Sip it and see. Cheers.
We won't. Okay, yeah, that one. Well, it's definitely smoother than it tastes. I mean, it smells. That's
very.
That is for sure.
Very easy drinking.
Sorry, that was loud.
Short finish. Very sweet.
Wow,
that's any kind of no constriction, no hug, no nothing like that.
Yeah, no, that's interesting though. I mean, when you get that robust smack in the nose, and then it doesn't.
It does have a little bit of ethanol on the nose, but when you drink it, it definitely drinks under that proof to me. And then if you side by side it to the other glass,
if I would drink this, drinking it, I would say that it's not 100 proof.
Oh yeah,
that is weird. That is weird.
So then in our Broken Barrel Design, shout out Sean Moore, Broken Barrel Designs. Again, he makes really cool bar furniture. Follow them on Facebook. Broken Barrel Designs.
Yes, please.
Locally.
Follow them.
They make some really cool stuff.
Tell them we sent you.
Yeah, very, very good.
That is excellent.
Drinks under the proof. So, which do you think is which? Right? Have you tasted it? You nail the proofs. But think about the finish on that second one, man.
I'm gonna say you've got me confuddled. So I'm gonna say this one, and the right.
You got them the other way.
Oh man!
So the one in your right hand is the high.
No, I can't see it on my glasses. I can't even read the damn screen.
So the Broken Barrel Design is our rye.
So you literally did this.
I did them straight up. Help me remember. I'm old. A little easier that way. You know, we don't have them labeled out here. We're not pre-pouring before the show. So the high rye mash bill to me has a much better finish. It's much more complex.
So loud, guys. Sorry, it's an outside studio. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here. We're in Orlando, and it's still like 82 degrees in February. It's really nice. So
it's not balmy either, which is nice. A little breeze.
That high rye mash bill, though, I get that little bit of mint on the end. It's got a much longer finish, and it drinks better than 96 proof to me. Right? That is 96 proof. But it's got way more flavor to it than a standard sub 100 proofer to me.
They're out there. There's mellow 107s. This I almost could say, well, it's one of those high end over 100.
Right.
105, but it's got more heat than this does, and this definitely has heat. This definitely has heat.
So that's what's interesting, right? If you did these completely blind and didn't know what you were drinking, you would swear this was the higher proof, but it's the rye spice. It's 96 proof. You're off by 4 points. You're not talking about a ton, but this one definitely drinks a little hotter because of that rye spice, because of that longer finish.
It kind of reminds me of a little Doc Swenson's. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I will say it's very
like a mellow Doc
It's
Swenson's.
distinctly Bardstown. You can taste the Bardstown in it if you're a fan of disco, if you're a fan of fusion. You can definitely taste the Bardstown in it.
That is very confusing.
But I was very much blown away by the high rye mash bill. And we both agreed when we opened them in the store today that this might be one of the best bottles under $55 we've ever cracked. It's a 6-year Kentucky straight bourbon for under $60. It's $55. Limited release, and it's great.
That is crazy.
And this bottle, I want to say it was $49.99. It was even cheaper.
Listen, I'm a cheap bastard only because I have to be. But that's a good. I mean, That's good.
Well, that's the thing. You're drinking. You're like, it's really good bourbon. And you're like, oh man, that was $50 bottle. That's a $50 bottle.
That's what I'm saying.
It's incredible at the price point.
So I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna say right now this is one I would probably just do cold. I wouldn't add anything to it.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm gonna
proof.
for you ice people. It might. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's probably gonna turn it. I'm gonna be mad about it. No comment.
For 100 proof and under, they drink great. 6-year age stated. You know, they give you the mash bill, and you're getting it for under $60.
I am seeing the darkness now. I'm seeing the color now.
My theory, and my working theory, is that Bardstown released these at a reasonable price to kind of drum up interest. Because historically, the stuff from Bardstown is fairly expensive. The Disco series runs like $120 to $140. The Fusion series is more in this range. But again, 6-year Kentucky straight, distilled and bottled in Bardstown. It's delicious. It's a great mash bill, and it's really inexpensive. This price point puts it under Woodford Double Oaked. It puts it under 1910. It puts it under 1920. It puts it under all these, daily heavy hitters that have been on the shelf for a while. And I think this is going to shake it up a little bit.
But then again, you know the name already. So if you bring it with your own stuff now, and you make it affordable, and it's excellent, you're going to be waiting for that next thing from their own place, and you're going to buy it.
I'd be very interested to see. They should have a rye coming out this year. I think that's the third part of the Origin series. There's going to be a rye. And then as the stuff gets older, as they let it sit, it should get fantastic. The 6-year high wheat to me is a little grainy. I can taste the wheat in it. And again, I'm not a big wheater, so that's just me being biased.
Be curious to see how it tastes as it's now that it's open and aired out for a few months.
Yeah, as it settled down and mellowed out a bit for sure.
Both good, even with ice. Did not ruin them at all. I really thought it was gonna, because when it's good, it's good. And sometimes the ice will just turn it. It's just good.
Yeah, see, going back and forth between the two, bottled and bond, being that high wheat, it is good. It is good for what it is, but it's definitely got a little grainy feel to it. When I do them side by side, I would drink this straight up by itself. But I think the high rye, for me personally, I like the finish better. I like the complexity of the flavors a little better. But they're both great at the price point.
Even with the ice on this one, it's still got that graininess.
Yeah.
To it. That is smooth as hell. This one.
Well, and like we were talking about with the
all
packaging.
All day.
This is the kind of back end of the bottles where they
I just love the bottle.
I
love on these bottles. The bottle's thick. It's got that nice lip. I love on those.
Oh yeah, they're very distinct. You know Bardstown when you see it.
I love just a solid, well crafted looking. I think they don't just give a shit what's in it. They give a shit how it looks. That's the best way to describe it.
And again, this is a success story. This is a craft distillery that started with buying somebody else's stuff and now is turning out their own product. And it's really, really good stuff. It doesn't happen every day that the distillery decides to start making their own, and it ends up being delicious. Especially when the stuff that they put out historically are bangers. The Disco series in the community is highly regarded. It's just a very good $140 bottle. They drink great. They're generally a little high rye. They got some spice to them. They got some finish to them. They're delicious. So I'd encourage you to go out and ask your local guy if this has hit the shops yet. This is a brand new release. These should be making their way to your area anytime now. If not, ask him to order it. When I was talking to Jay up at M&D today, he said that in his system anyway, there was almost 1,000 cases available for him to order, which obviously didn't.
Do you know
who the distributor is on it?
It's probably Southern.
I actually don't know. I didn't ask. But he said there's a lot in the system for people to go get their hands on. And they're fantastic. This is going to replace my daily drinkers. That high rye mash bill is going to replace my daily drinkers.
And what is your daily drinker?
At $50, man. It's tough to beat. Really? This is going to shock a lot of people. Old Forester 1910.
No.
It's very sweet. It's super easy. It's always available. It's just a really good pour. It's been my daily drinker for a while, but that price is jumping up. I think I saw it $63.99 today when it was normally around $55 ish. I mean,
that's probably, you're probably right on that.
Yeah, so the price is creeping back up on these. Where this, again, 6-year age dated bourbon for under $60, you can't go wrong. right? And Bardstown's putting their name behind it, and they've released a great product. I honestly think these are both home runs. I think this is going to do wonders for them in the market. This is their first entry into that kind of lower end area. They're doing it with their own juice, and they're doing it great. It's really, really good stuff. So go out and look for it. Go get your hands on it if you can, and let us know what you think. Let us know the difference between the bottle and bond and the high rye. You know, what appeals to you most.
I'll drink them both. Let's not play the game, but
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, they ain't going anywhere. Trust me.
This would last me a lot longer than this one. That's what I'm saying. It was good. Well, on that note, kids, go out and get you some. If you like our little mascot and you have a name, please, in the comments. Well, please like and subscribe, but also in the comments. Tell us what you think the name should be, or if you like the names we've given you. And until then, my friends, please drink one for us, because, you know, as always, we're drinking one for you, although I don't have one right now, but I'm getting one.
We'll drink plenty.
As soon as I turn it off.
We're going to drink plenty for you.
Yeah, we'll drink plenty for you. And we will see you on the next one, kids.